This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
We have a story time for you today.
It's a perfect day to film a story time. It's very overcast. It's kind of rainy outside. I like the vibe of our room right now.
Yeah,
I think
it's just a cozy little time.
Yeah, it's a very fun time to record a story time and reminisce about it.
Rainy, overcast days are, to me, perfect. Like, it's a very sexy vibe, but then also amazing for reading. I just love just sitting and reading a book or like playing a game or something, anything like that.
Having a little snack, taking a nap,
Ooh,
going to dinner tonight.
Sometimes dinner isn't the best because if it's rainy outside, then you don't want to leave the house, you know?
But tonight it's going to be great.
Yeah, we do have plans to go to dinner tonight. Yum. We're going to Chili's.
Which is actually going to possibly play into weekly obsessions later, because I know someone's been obsessed with something at Chili's.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Okay, stay tuned for that. The hard-hitting details. But okay, let's go ahead and jump into this very sexy story time that happened on a Bliss Cruise, and I'm excited to talk about it. And just like always, we're going to start with the lore. So there is going to be us and two other couples in this podcast.
The first couple, we are naming them Mark and Amy. And then the second couple are Jared and Mia. So Mark and Amy, we actually met on a Desire cruise back in the fall of 24. Mm-hmm. And so we have been, they go on a lot of the cruises, mm-hmm. and they're friends with a different friend group of ours. And we didn't really become friends with them, though, until Desire Cruise. Because on Desire Cruise, there's actually another couple who Mark and Amy are friends with that we were also friends with because we met them on Temptation Cruise because they're friends with a different friend group. So, Mark and Amy...
You followed that. Good for you. I didn't even follow it. I knew what happened.
You know the people. Okay, so there's this friend group. Okay, so this goes way, way, way back, okay? If you guys have been listeners since like the beginning of our cruise days, like Spicy Cruise, do you remember Chippendale? The Chippendales, no, Thunder Down Under. Okay, so we named him Thunder Down Under. We were so afraid to talk to anybody our very first cruise. And then it was like night 5 or 6. Jase was like, I'm just going to talk to people and I'm going to go talk to Thunder Down Under. And I was like, are you crazy? That is wild. Like, I was so nervous to talk to anybody that looked like Thunder Down Under.
And I called him Thunder Down Under.
You did. You were like, hey man, I've been calling you Thunder Down Under. And now we've been friends ever since. So Mark and Amy are friends with Thunder Down Under group. We're calling them Thunder Down Under group because they have a big group of friends that they've kind of adopted us as well. Anyways, Thunder Down Under group are friends with Mark and Amy and the other couple from Desire Cruise, and then we met Jared and Mia, who is a different couple. We met them on an April Bliss Cruise, and we were like, oh my gosh, you guys need to meet our friends, the Thunder Down Under group, because you would love them. So now we're on a different Bliss Cruise, and it's funny because one of the days I went up, because I didn't know that Jared and Mia were going to be on this Bliss Cruise until like a week before. And then because she DM'd me on Instagram and she was like, are you going to be on there? And I was like, yeah, are you going to be on there? And she was like, yeah. And I was like so excited. And so then it's like night 3 or night 2 or something. I was like, hey, do you know this couple? The Thunder Down Under couple. We called them by their names, and they were like, oh yeah, we know them. So we were like, fun. We love whenever our friends fuck our other friends.
But also at this time, okay, so when we met Jared and Mia, I didn't know if Jared and Mia were in the lifestyle.
Yeah, because it was their first.
It was their first like cruise, and from we talked to them for a little bit, and like it didn't seem like they were lifestyle. Turns out I did ask them, and at that point they had like one experience, but they were still super duper new. And so when we saw them on this cruise, I still didn't think they were like lifestyle. I just thought they liked the environment.
And it's funny because on the first cruise that we met them, because we just met them organically, like on the dance floor or something, introduced ourselves to them. I gave her one of my bracelets that I do, like little candy bracelets. Candy, Kandi, the ones like you would take to a rave, and I gave her one. Anyways, we became friends, and then she found me the next day, and she was like, "Your video just showed up on my For You page." And so then that's whenever then they had just kind of more questions in general, because then at this point we were making our spicy cruise mini vlogs, and so then they were just asking us things about it. So that's when I didn't know for sure if they were in the lifestyle, since they were asking us kind of more questions about like how we went about things with like playing and all of those things, and we were giving a little bit of advice. And so then whenever we saw them on this next Bliss cruise and they said that, oh, like they did know our friends, I didn't know if that meant that they had played with them yet or not. So yeah, anyway, so at this point we didn't know what their play style was.
Yes.
And Mark and Amy, we knew that they didn't swap. They do parallel play, but they don't usually swap. And usually Jase and I, we typically like swapping. We don't typically just do parallel play, which kind of turns into what this experience came out to be. So
I also have to say another thing before we get into like when the experience happened that night. On like day 2, when we saw Jared and Mia for the first time, Mia was kind of like a little touchy with me, and she like hit my ass a couple times, and I was like, oh, she's being flirty with me. And you, and then Jasper and Carmen, which you've heard other stories from them, he was like, no, like both of you guys were like, she's not being flirty with you. She just like
I thought
your
that,
ass.
yeah.
I was like, you guys are lying. This is not true. She's flirting with me. I know it. And
I
I'm
thought
very...
she was just being funny, cutesy, honestly, because like I had no idea. I did not think that they were into us at all.
See, me on the other hand, I was like, nope, she's into me. I know it. I've always been super into Mia. I think that she is so cute, so funny. And then I just never thought anything was gonna happen because I didn't really think they were lifestyle. And so when she was like hitting my ass, I was like, oh, this is kind of flirty. And everyone else told me it's not flirty. They were all wrong.
And like I've been into Jared and Mia since the first time we met them too, but then like Jared isn't very flirty at all, really. So I had no idea.
Yeah.
I just didn't think. Anyways, so we had been looking for Mia and Jared.
This is night 6 now.
This is that's
Because we hung out with them other nights, but the time that this story happened was night 6.
And we saw Mark and Amy. We were hanging out with them. We were dancing with them. They were also with like their other friend group. And then we were asked them if they'd seen Jared and me, and they were like, "No, we haven't seen them yet, but they're probably gonna come out." So then we're dancing. And Jase and I, we friend group hop like quite a bit because we have like a lot. And really, I think that's like the best way to go about these kinds of vacations and cruises and stuff, is just having a lot of friends. It's really fun to, everywhere you go, you kind of have a home base per se, you know? So we were hanging out with Mark and Amy's group for a while, and then we come back to like our main group with like Jasper and Carmen and everybody, and we're dancing, kind of going back and forth. We have other friends, like we have so many different friend groups, so it's really fun to jump around. Anyway, so we're at the front with Carmen Jasper's group, and then then Mia comes up to us, and she was like, "I heard you guys were looking for us." This is where I'm like screaming. I'm like, "Yay, Mia!" And so then I grab you, and then so we go back over and dance with Jared and me and Mark and Amy. So we're hanging out, dancing and everything, and then so Mark and Amy asked if we wanted to go to the playroom, and then to do parallel play. And so Jase and I, first of all, we don't like playrooms. Not because we don't like playing in playrooms. We like playrooms, but we don't like playing in playrooms. And so then we also don't really do a lot of parallel play. So I was like, I don't know, because let me talk to Jase, because we don't really like playrooms. And so then Mark and Amy also asked Jared and Mia if they wanted to go to the playrooms for parallel play. And so then at this point, I'm like scrambling because I was like, well, I mean, if they're all gonna go, like maybe should we go, or like maybe we should? Why don't we ask if they want to come to our room? Because then we could all parallel play, just like at least in our room, and it's not a playroom. And
So I asked Mia.
Yeah. So then I told
And
Jase.
you asked Mark and Amy, and I asked Mia.
Yeah.
And Mia was like, well, they just invited us back. And I was like, well, Bella's asking them. And she was like, well, let me talk
Yeah.
to Jared, but okay. And so, and I will say also, Mia, once again, we know that Mark and Amy are parallel play. Jared and Mia, we're not really sure. We think they might be.
We thought they were also parallel play.
But we thought they might be.
We thought maybe they would be soft swap
Yeah.
because they kind of hinted that they played with some of our other friends before.
Yeah, but we weren't sure. And then once again, Mia was like, when we were dancing, she was kind of like being touchy with me once again. So I was like, it feels flirty to me, but everyone's telling me this is not being flirty. So I don't know what's real and what's not real. It's all an illusion at this point. And so we go back to our room.
So we enter. So I ask Amy, and she's like, yeah, let's all go. So then we all go, and then we meet back up at our room. So we're hanging out a little bit, but then you and me go to the restroom, and then by the time we come out, they're already on the couch, like with their own partners, like making out. Were they naked at this point? They were like already getting at it.
Naked. They were taking their clothes off anyway.
Yeah.
And that room had a couch, and then the bed was like at the back, and then there was some space, and then a couch at the front.
Yeah.
So me and you go over to the bed, and we start making out. You suck my dick, and then I was like fingering you while you were using your vibrator on yourself, and it was just hot and fun. I looked over at one point, and Mia was riding Jared, because I couldn't see Mark and Amy as well, just because of the way the cabinet was, but I could see Jared and Mia. And Mia was riding Jared, and she was like looking at me, smiling, while she was riding Jared.
Hot.
I was like, I don't know what that means. But she's super hot, and it was fun to watch.
When all of these four
Yeah.
people are so stupid hot that it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, imagine just muscles and just like rock hard bodies and just like big titties and perfect bodies. Okay, like wow.
Yeah, so
this is what they look like.
So I see her riding him.
It looks
and
like a
then-
porn.
It's so hot. And then so me and you are still doing our thing, and then I'm about to start fucking you, and then me and Jared just show up on the bed next to us.
I wasn't expecting this either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
So you're on your back.
But I mean, I was like, it is parallel play. So
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
So you're on your back, missionary, and I'm fucking you, missionary. At this point, Mark and Amy are
They're still on the couch.
So Mia lays on her back, and Jared starts fucking her, and I'm fucking you, and you guys are like almost touching. You're so close on the bed. And I remember like seeing Mia's boobs and be like, I didn't know that she had boobs this big, and they bounce like
Perfect.
so
like
sexy.
perfect tits.
Like they're so hot. And then you guys are we're all still laying, you guys are on your back, we're fucking you. And then I feel like a hand grab the back of my thigh. And I look down, and Mia is like getting fucked by Jared, but she's like grabbing my leg. And she's like really giving me these like fuck me eyes. And she has like
her
crazy fuck me eyes.
are ridiculous. Like, and also me and Jared are having eye contact.
So like
while
I'm
we're doing
fucking
this.
you, but like watching her.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking her and watching you.
Yeah.
And we're all like looking at each other crossed or whatever. And then said she's touching my leg. Jared grabs my hand and puts it on Mia's tit. And so now I'm like, okay, well something's happening. And then so I take Jared's hand and put it on your boob. And so we're still fucking our own partners, but like playing with the other girls, the other wives' boobs, right? And then you and Mia kiss each other.
Yeah. I asked if she liked girls, and she said yes. So then we started kissing. So then we're making out, and then I I asked, I was like, do you guys swap? And then she was like, yeah. And then I was like, soft, full? She was like, all of it. And I was like, oh, okay then. And I was like, okay, well then do you guys want to swap? And she was like, yeah. They were both like, yeah, let's do it.
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation, or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
We ended up swapping, and then, so I'll tell you what me and Jared were doing. But I kind of get off of the bed a little bit. So he's kind of off the bed at this point, and I'm kind of crawling over, or kind of shuffling over, and then we start making out, and then we get the condom, and then I was like, how do you want me? And so then we start fucking missionary, and then we also fuck doggy. But we start off missionary, and then he's so hot. They're just so hot. And then so whenever we fuck, whenever he's fucking me, I'm looking over and I see you and Mia.
I kind of lay Mia down on her back, and I fuck Mia missionary. And also at the same time, I'm still I feel this is happening right now. This, am
I just wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting it. I didn't even know I didn't even know what was going to happen 20 minutes ago. And now we're fucking. And
I just had no idea that they were even into us. That's what I was just so surprised.
I knew it because of the
butt slapping.
Yeah. No one else knew it except me. And so I'm fucking Mia missionary. God, her tits they bounce so pretty, and she's just so hot. And so we fucked missionary for a while. I lean down, I'm making out with her, playing with her boobs.
While you guys were fucking missionary, so we get back over, and he's fucking me, and then while he's fucking me, he's looking at Mia. Jared's looking at Mia, and then he goes, "How do you like that strange cock in you?" And I was like, "Oh my god, that is so hot." I've never heard someone say dirty talk like that before. How do you like that strange cock in your pussy? I was like, are you joking? What? It literally felt like a porn. I was like, holy shit.
So at this point, I stopped fucking Mia missionary, and I saw that Jared was laying on his back, and so you were about to suck his dick, and so I took Mia, put her doggy, and pushed her head towards his dick, so that you guys could give him a double blowjob together while I was fucking her doggy.
Hot.
So hot. So hot. So
we were making out on top of his dick. I was choking her while she was doing that. You were pulling her hair. Oh my god, it was so hot.
And then after we fucked that way for a while, we we went back to each other. You would ask oh, is there a way that you can come or anything like that? And he's like, ooh, usually if I fuck her, I will come. And you're like, oh, you should try that. And so I'm fucking you doggy, and she's missionary again, and you guys are kissing, touching each other, once again just watching her boobs just bounce. And he's fucking her he's fucking her missionary, I'm fucking you doggy. And then he's about to come, but you gotta just it's
okay. So what happened was, it's funny because so I asked if he I was asking, can I help you come? Can I make you come? And he said he usually can if he fucks his wife. So then they're fucking, and I was asking him, like, before he started fucking her, I was like, on us? Like, do you want to come on us? And then she thought that I said honest. And so she's like laying down, like laughing because she thought that I was like, do you promise you're gonna come? Like, and she was like, did you, like, honest, pinky promise? So then we were like both getting fucked missionary. We were like kind of laughing, pinky promising each other. I don't even know what the fuck we were doing, but it was really funny.
Oh, also, I did forget to mention that after I had fucked her doggy and you guys had sucked his dick, I was sitting there relaxing for a second before we swapped, and she came over and sucked my dick
Hot.
for a while, which is hot. Anyway, back to the story.
I also sucked his dick before we started fucking. There's a lot of, usually it starts off with the dick sucking and then
Yeah.
into the fucking.
Yeah, but this actually was
it.
fucking and then dick sucking later.
That's true.
So a little bit backwards.
Well, no. Well, we were fucking each other.
No,
But I
no,
sucked
she
his.
sucked my dick after I fucked her.
Oh. And this whole time that we're with Mia and Jared, Mark and Amy they've taken over the couch and they are doing all of the hot stuff on the couch, and they look like a porn themselves, just going out. They just look so hot doing everything that they're doing. And so it's really fun when you can joke around and have sexy moments, but also just really funny moments too, and not take sex so seriously in these lifestyle playtimes, at least for us. Like, I think that really marks a good, friendship with people where you're able to be comfortable and make jokes and have fun and it not be serious sex all the time. And so that's like with the pinky promise thing, and then also this next part. So we're fucking for a while. Like, you and me are fucking for a while, and Jared's fucking Mia, and we take a little break. So Jase and I, we kind of head to the restroom, we take a little break, and then when I come out, Mark and Amy have kind of finished, and they're just kind of holding each other, just kind of watching Jared and Mia. And so then I'm over there, and I'm like, hey, do you guys want some gummy worms? And, or do you want anything to eat? We have some water. You guys need anything? And then Amy's like, yeah, I'll have some gummy worms. And then Mia's getting fucked. And then she looks and she's like, gummy worms? I want some gummy worms. And she just gets up and stops fucking and comes over. We'd all just have like a gummy worm break. And then Jared's like still like kind of kneeling on the bed. And he was like, all right, I'm going to become a gummy worm pretty soon if I don't get some help over here. And it was so funny that happened. And so after our gummy worm break, they went over, they started fucking more, and then we were fucking, and then he was about to come. When I tell you, this was the craziest cum shot I have ever seen. It was legitimately, it was like a movie. So he's about to come, and he gets out of Mia, and then he's standing. So then me and Mia, like, I'm like trying to get on my knees pretty fast so he can come on us, because like I thought that was gonna be hot. He'd come on us, we'd make out, cum swap, whatever, and then he's standing and he's like jerking off, and the cum shot was like a bullet. It was so much cum, and it didn't really get us. It got on us like a little bit, like it got like on my face, like, and like past my eye, but then like in my eye a little, but then I look over and it's like on the headboard. The headboard is like
Wood.
Yeah, not wood. It's like you can clean, like it's
Yeah.
varnished, so it's not like fabric, And so then and it happened so fast.
It's like when Spider-Man like shoots a web. It's like
Yeah, it was
I just stuck.
crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then we all like are taken, like all 6 of us really, we are all taken aback, and we are just looking at each other. And then Mark and Amy are over there, and our eyes are just like wide-eyed open. Like, did you guys see that? That was crazy. And then Mia was like, I haven't seen it quite like that before. And it was awesome.
And then you went over, you sucked my dick, I came in your mouth.
Yeah.
That was story time.
Yeah, and that was sort of.
But
then we all went.
it was
and
crazy.
You know what? And this was still early in the night too, because because we left at like maybe 11 or something, or midnight.
pretty early.
And then when we were leaving, we were like, oh, there's still time to go to the party. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, I went to the party for a little bit, came back
Well,
up,
but
got
you
some
should tell
food.
them your pineapple mistletoe.
So we had all these pineapples hung up with magnets, like these bigger dangly pineapples hung with magnets in front of our room.
Like
And
on the outside of the door.
Yeah. When we're walking out, Amy goes and kisses Mark or kisses Jared. I don't remember who it was, but all the pineapples hanging above it. And I was like, it's like swinger mistletoe. And I was like, wait, this is my room. That's not how that works. So I take the pineapple from the ceiling and I move the magnet. I put it above Amy, then I make out with Amy, then I move it, I put it with Bella, make out with Bella, I move it again, make out with Mia, and then I put it on top of one of the husbands and was like, hey, and then just like
just
laughed
joking,
and joked.
yeah.
But it was a really fun, like ending memory of it too. But it was just such a fun story time. I think the thing that was so crazy was, I really wasn't expecting it to happen. I didn't know what it was going to be like when we went up there. And it was just such a fun experience. But I didn't know what was going to happen. And it was fun.
It was, I feel like this Bliss Cruise. So this was the first time that everybody that we were interested in, we actually ended up playing with.
Basically everybody.
Pretty much. Well,
The
new
people that we were the most into,
Yeah.
we did anyway.
which is fun. We were joking. We were saying it was like 10 for 10.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if it was less than 10 people, more than 10 people. I can't remember.
It was less than 2 people, but still pretty good.
The expression, right?
Yeah.
It's 10 for 10. Something like that.
Something like that.
Then we went to the party for a little bit. It pretty much had died down at that point, and then we went and we got food. We got food with a different friend group, and then when we were over there, we actually saw Mark and Amy and Jared and Mia, and they were all eating together. So whenever we were leaving, we were like, hey, love you guys. That was fun.
It was just a really fun night.
That's what, it's so funny. Like, to this, it's still so funny how casual it is.
Yeah.
You could have just blown each other's backs out, like, done the most crazy, dirtiest things, seen the craziest cum shot of my life.
Yeah.
And then just go eat at the buffet after
Yeah.
together. And that's the end of the story time. And let's go ahead and move into Bella and Jase's weekly obsessions. My weekly obsessions are okay. Food wise, at Chili's, there is this new like mozzarella stick that they have, and you have to get it with the Nashville hot flavoring. And it is the best mozzarella stick I have ever had in my life. It honestly is like one of the best tastes I've ever had. It has like the perfect amount of salt but spice, and the texture is so crunchy, and the cheese pool is wild. I mean, it is the best cheese pool, one of the best cheese pools I've ever had. And consistently, it is always good. It always tastes the same, and it's always delicious every single time. And I get excited to go to eat Chili's to eat this thing every time. And we get it with the triple dipper. So then we'll do the honey chipotle chicken crispers, and then the boneless wings, which pretty much is just a nugget, but the sweet chili zing boneless nugget, and then the Nashville hot mozzarella sticks. Oh my god, I look forward to it every single time we have plans to go to Chili's, and it is so delicious. And we actually have plans to go to Chili's tonight, and I am so excited to eat that. And my other obsession is a song by Jennie from Blackpink. Her whole album came out and it's really good, but recently I've really been liking specifically the music video too, but it's a song called Extra Large or Extra L, and it's with Jennie and Doechii. And I love Doechii. I think that she is, I mean, they're both super, super talented. I love Doechii's vibe, and I think that she's really unique in her music and everything. So I have been loving that. What are yours?
So I have two. One is, I heard this song on TikTok, and I loved the chorus or whatever this part of it was. I listened to it, the whole song, I didn't love it as much, and I've been listening to it more again, and now I like it. And it's a song, Sally When the Wine Runs Out by Role Model. And I don't know, it's not like the normal kind of song I would like, but I watched the music video, and I just liked it. There's just something about the song that
It's
I
more
like.
him. It's his
Yeah,
vibe.
but I like
love
the
him.
song as well. And so, yeah, Sally When the Wine Runs Out is one by Role Model. And then yesterday, Bella was really on in the mood for a strawberry protein bar. And we were at Hobby Lobby, and next to Hobby Lobby is a World Market. And she was like, maybe they'll have a strawberry protein bar in World Market. I was like, I don't think so, but hey. I thought World Market was a furniture store, because the only time we'd ever been in there, we were looking for a piece of furniture, and I had never paid attention. So we went in there, and I saw like hobnobs and a couple of things, like, oh my gosh, they have like British foods here. And then I looked over and I saw another food from like somewhere else, and I was like, oh my god, they have Tim Tams like from Australia here too. And she was like, yeah, it's called World Market. And then it clicked all at once that this is a market from all over the world. And then I just walked around for 20 minutes, and they have like the food, like they have the foods, and underneath it has a sign of what the food is and what country it's from.
Like a flag picture.
And when me and Bella traveled full time, one of our favorite things to do in every new country was to go to a grocery store, because I just love to see the different kinds of foods they have at the grocery stores. And then it's just so interesting to me. Like, I love international food. I think it's so cool. And so we walked around for maybe 20 minutes just like looking at all of these foods. Like, lots of it brought me back to like our travel. Some of it was stuff I'd never seen before. And it was so fun. And so World Market, I just think is one of the coolest stores ever. I had no clue what it even was, but I absolutely love World Market. And that's my weekly obsession.
We were in there for maybe 5 minutes. He goes, this place is awesome. This is my weekly obsession. I love this place. This place is so cool. He kept going on about it. It was so cute.
Yep, so World Market.
I will say it was really funny because they had, I was walking around and Jase goes, I found the Vietnamese section. So I go over there, and there was 2 things in the Vietnamese section that had like the flag, and it wasn't even Vietnamese. It was like Hello Kitty ramen noodles, but it had nothing to do with Vietnam, and it was just in English. Like,
yeah, I don't know how it got
in
Vietnam.
any. Maybe they just needed some. But then they had the and then Jase was like, they didn't put the hoisin sauce in the America section. Like, they should have at least put the hoisin sauce in like the Vietnamese section. They didn't even have like pho noodles or anything. It was interesting to me.
Yeah, but it was a really cool store.
Really cool.
Really fun to walk around and just like look at all the fun foods. And like, I love these things called hippos, and they're like from Bueno Kinder. And our friends who live in Germany send us care packages sometimes, and they always send me the ones, and I was like, the ones from Germany or from Europe are the best ones. I was like, are these really those ones, or just, and I looked, it was all in German. I was like, these are the same ones, but they're like $8 here and for 5 of them.
And you still haven't eaten it. Jase has been waiting. I think we got this care package 3 months ago or something.
Yep,
and
I've been
there's
saving it
maybe
for my birthday.
3 hippos in there, and to this day he still hasn't eaten any of the hippos because he's waiting for his birthday, which is coming up next month. In April.
At the time of recording this, it's coming up in April. I don't know. This will probably come out after that, but yeah, I'm saving the hippo for my birthday, and I'm really excited about it. So if you guys listen to that podcast, thank you guys for sending me a box. I'm saving the hippos because they're one of my favorite foods of all time. But that was story time, and it's just so much fun. And thank you guys so much for listening. So we had such a fun time recording this, and we'll go ahead and hit you guys the outro. Bye!
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, fourplay.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to fourplay.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called Foreplay the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at foreplay.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at foreplay.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at foreplay.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at foreplay.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at Foreplay, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@foreplay.com with any questions or comments, or head to foreplay.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!